Sports are fiercely competitive, thus it happens frequently that one or two rivalries erupt each year. This keeps things interesting, but once fans hear about two athletes getting along, they go into a frenzy. Even better, when the friendship transcends two types of sports, both are fan favorites. In this video, we'll look at Giannis Antetokounmpo talking about his friendship with Maria Sakkari, so stay tuned. First off, Giannis Antetokounmpo reveals that he's friends with Maria Sakkari. It's always good to know that your favorite athletes are getting along, so it's understandable that fans went crazy when Giannis Antetokounmpo revealed that he was a good friend of Maria Sakkari and mentioned that he enjoyed watching her play. Giannis is an incredible player, the best in his country, and generally well-liked in the basketball community. In 2013, the basketball player first entered an NBA draft and was selected by the Bucks as 15th overall. In 2016-17, he got his first big achievement. The man led his team in 5 major statistical categories, making him the first player in NBA history to finish a regular season while in the top 20 of all statistics: blocks, steals, assists, rebounds, and points. Then he got the Most Improved Player award in 2017. Of course, some didn't expect much more from him, but Giannis knew that his career was just starting, and he was right. Soon enough, the basketball player who used to be the 15th overall pick was receiving award after award. He won the NBA Most Valuable Player awards in both 2019 and 2020. This made him one of the few players to have received 2 MVPs before age 26, along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and LeBron James. Next up, Giannis talks about Maria and Stefanos Tsitsipas. But it doesn't stop here. In the same year that is 2020, he also won the NBA Defensive Player of the Year, which again made him one of the few to have won both awards in the same year ever, along with Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, Giannis is also a big fan of tennis, and revealed that he was friends with not one but 2 tennis players, Maria and Stefanos Tsitsipas. Of course, he's probably on friendly terms with other tennis players, but right now the basketball player is content to focus on these 2, probably because both of them are Greek, like him. He then mentioned that she was his good friend, and he wished her the best. Giannis also talked a bit about Stefanos and said that he was a great guy and was just starting now. Maria is among the highest ranking and best tennis players from Greece other than Stefanos. Maria's highest ranking was number 3, though she is currently at number 5. Despite that, she has won only 1 title in all her career. Now Maria is one of the best Greek tennis players. She won the singles title after her incredible win over Johanna Konta at the 2009 Morocco Open while on the WTA Tour. But still, she was number 3 for a reason. Maria may not have won any other singles, but she was very close in many of them. Take her top 10 finish as an example. This was back in 2017 when she defeated Caroline Wozniacki to get a place in the semifinals at the Wuhan Open. Again, she was a semifinalist in 2019 Italian Open and worked hard on that one. Defeating players like Petra Kvitova is no joke. In 2020, Maria reached the 4th round of the Australian and US Open. Not as impressive as some other achievements, but it was something. But soon enough, she was back to being a semifinalist in the 2021 French Open and the 2021 US Open. This made her the first Greek woman to reach a Grand Slam semifinal. As Giannis mentioned, Maria is known for her aggressive and intense playing style. She usually focuses on winning using her serves and ground strokes. In 2020, the tennis player served the 6th most aces of any player on the WTA. In total, she had 144 aces served in about 31 matches. Lastly, Maria talks about Giannis. And it seems like Giannis isn't the only one jumping to praise his fellow Greek friends. In her pre-tournament conference, that tennis player, who was set to make her 2nd ever WTA Finals appearance, also decided to talk about the basketball player and their friendship. Maria talked about the 27-year-old in a way that made it obvious she admired him greatly. She said that there were just so many things about him that you could get inspired by or just pick up, and for her, the basketball player was her idol. She continued saying that he was one of those people she looked up to the most, along with Rafa. She mentioned that these 2 were the people she wanted to try to become like. Focusing on Giannis, she called him an inspiration, and mentioned she didn't only think this because of his story, but also for other reasons. She said that it was his focus and the way he did things that caught her attention the most, both on the court, during practice, and of course during the match. She also said the way he spoke to her, even if it was a few times, just made her admire him before. Maria said the basketball player was unique, and there weren't many basketball players like him, or any athletes for that matter, around the world. The 27-year-old also said she was grateful to have someone to whom she could speak like this, and mentioned how she was sure he would dominate the basketball world in the coming times. Now moving on to Maria Sakkari is making an honest admission regarding her 2022 season. First up, the 2022 season was strange for Maria Sakkari. The 2022 season, for the lack of better words, was a roller coaster for Maria Sakkari. The 27-year-old admitted there were times during the season when she panicked and had no idea what to do. After getting several of the more notable results of her career at the start of the season, Maria, who has been working with her coach Tom Hill since 2018, reached the highest ranking she's ever been, number 3. That was in March. Between April and September, things weren't as good for the tennis player. Suddenly, she was exiting tournaments earlier than ever, and her overall quality of activity took a big drop. She probably did think about it, but now that things have settled down a bit, the 21-year-old revealed that she was glad she hadn't made any radical decisions. She said that, sure, there were a lot of points in the season where she panicked and was largely unsure of what to do and how to handle the sudden situation, but in the end, what was important for her was that she had the same people next to her who she trusted no matter what. Following up, Maria talks about how she felt during the season. Maria concluded that if she had decided to do some random changes around her, it would have been a mistake and worked to throw her off. She stated that for her, trusting the people next to her was the key to getting out of the downward spiral, and their support was something she would be forever grateful for, as they were the ones who helped her get through the tough period of life. Thankfully, while she is still yet to win, Maria has managed to free herself from whatever happened to her during those months, and now she's back to being the tennis player she was. Well, nearly, but it's close enough. For example, in October, she reached the finals of Parma and Guadalajara. Unfortunately, she didn't manage to win even one of them, but it was still better than nothing. Not to mention, these earned her a ticket to one of the final spots in the WTA finals. Finally, she's expected to get back on her feet soon. Now, she did say that soon enough, she'd find her rhythm again after everything that happened this season. This wasn't only her belief. Everyone around her was sure she'd be back on her feet in no time. She's already getting better. Maybe getting the spot in the WTA finals was the final push. Maria said that her time had come in Mexico, and she managed to play a very good tournament. It was a strange year for Sakkari, but she didn't become the world number 3 at the beginning of the season for no reason. She's an extremely talented and capable tennis player, and soon enough, we'll see her dominating again. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think about their friendship? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.